Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on, folks? Malik Nabers back from injury. How did he look? Now, he was towards the top of the league in receiving stats and most receiving stats, and he didn't necessarily have that kind of game this past week against Philly, but he is still going to be a guy that's going to go over 1,000 yards, I wholeheartedly believe, and I think he'll still have a great rookie season. If it wasn't for a guy like Jaden Daniels, who's about to miss some time, he would be a shoo-in for the Rookie of the Year. So let's get started. First play of the game, the Giants offense fools us. Malik Nabers is going to run this slant right here. He does a good job of being matched up, or not necessarily him, but Brian Dable does a great job of getting him in the slot matched up with the linebacker. This looks like one. I think he's wearing like 19 or something like that. And he's one-on-one with this linebacker in this zone situation. And it's easy money. Easy money there. First down, first play of the game. And Malik Nabers is back. So in this next play, you're going to get a deep over from Darius Slayton, and Malik Nabers is going to try it out to around here, and then he's going to run just an essential, just basic M route. So he's going to run that M route, and this pass gets broken up, and it's not necessarily because of a bad throw from Daniel Jones. The ball is still there. Malik Nabers sort of doesn't do a good job on this M route, and you'll see what I mean in a sec. So instead of Malik Nabers flattening out this route, knowing that he's sort of in traffic, you can't really afford to sag up the field here. He kind of sags up the field, and Slay's able to kind of catch up, and it ends up being broken up. I think if Malik Nabers cuts this route off, now I know he's trying to probably get enough depth. I don't know what the concept is. Maybe he's supposed to get up here. But either way, if he's able to flatten this route out to where he's running horizontally from the quarterback's point of view, this ball is not going to be broken up. And it's a lot more difficult for it to be broken up because Slay has to go through him instead of sagging upfield to where Slay is and making that a really easy breakup. That's just something really small. That's the difference between a completion and a breakup. He's able to shield the guy out with his body. If I think he flattens that out a little bit more, because sometimes you can round out your routes for efficiency, but in this case, it came back to bite him. So take a look at Malik Nabers at the bottom of your screen. He's going to really challenge Darius Slay up the field, and then he's going to stop and look at the quarterback. And this is a really great route. As you can see, he's going to really drop his head down, and he's really selling that he's going deep. And Slay is turned around, and Nabers just doesn't get the ball. Nabers just doesn't get the ball, but this is a really great route. He really sold that go route, stopped. Slay is turned around, and we all know Malik after the catch is deadly. So if he gets this ball right here, he's one-on-one with the corner, and he's probably spinning off. And this could be something that could be a possible touchdown. Now, DJ was just trying to get the ball out because he was under pressure. That's cool. But I really feel like his first read should always be Malik Nabers. That's just how I feel. The first read, 99.99% of the time, should be Malik Nabers because he's going to be open most of the time. Now, Wandale ended up getting a catch, ended up getting a little bit closer to a first down, but Malik Nabers is open right there, and every time you get the ball to him, you have an opportunity for a big play. Let's watch it one more time. He really sells that, and Slay is turned around. So in this next play, I talked a little bit about this in the Daniel Jones video. We got a stop and go route, and Daniel Jones throws this, and it looks like he's overthrowing Malik Nabers. My challenge here is this a go route or is this a stop and go route? Because sometimes receivers will take liberty here and they'll throw in a little stop and go, and they'll just try to throw that in there to get some separation. If that was a designed route that he was supposed to stutter and go, then this ball is overthrown. And also, I'm going to show you some other things as we get into it, but Malik Nabers here at the bottom of your screen is going to run a stop and go, and he's going to accelerate and take a look. So boom, 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 stop. And I'm pretty sure at this point in the route, Malik Nabers is looking because he's waiting for a back shoulder because he's got a safety over top of him. He's got a corner over top of him, and he's got a linebacker trailing. So if this ball is placed on this back shoulder, Malik Nabers is 99% coming down with it. That's my belief. I believe that this ball is purposely underthrown, placed on the back shoulder towards the sideline. I think Malik Nabers contorts his body and comes down with this football. Now, Daniel Jones throws this as if Malik Nabers has his man beat and there's no one over the top, and this corner is over the top and pretty much throws a dot to the corner. So Malik Nabers probably is expecting a back shoulder here. I would be expecting one because of the position of the corner, but Daniel Jones just tries to throw it normally, and I think we leave a lot of yards on the table here. So on this next play, Malik is back in the slot, and it's just sort of a route where it's just essentially let's run to the sticks and try to find a gap in the zone. So it probably has the option to go here. He probably has the option to sit, or he probably has the option to go out. And he just sees that right here, he's getting forced out this way, and he sees that there's leverage here with this corner. So he just kind of sits right here in this spot in the zone and is able to pick up this first down. So he's going to get outside there, notices there's a gap there, makes the catch, in traffic, takes the hit, first down. All right, this next play is something else I noticed. Nabers is going to be at the bottom of your screen again, and he's going to try to swim past this corner here. He's going to try to put his arms over top of him. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. The corner, you kind of have to figure out what he's doing if he's going to be pressing you, and then also where he's going to be pressing you. So Malik Nabers kind of gambled here and tries to swim past, and he gets jammed up at the line of scrimmage just because he kind of gives him his chest. You know, right there, you're giving a guy your chest, and there's nowhere for Daniel Jones to go. And I think Daniel Jones is looking right at Malik Nabers, and he's jammed up there. And Malik Nabers is able to eventually get free, but at this point, it's too late. He's not going to get the ball because he struggled so much at the line of scrimmage. The quarterback checks. There's nothing there. And I don't know why Daniel Jones didn't then throw it to Darius Slayton after that. But he decided to take off and run and stiff arm a guy. He didn't stiff arm that play, but Malik Nabers allowed himself to be physically assaulted at the line of scrimmage pretty much, and then pushed back down. And that's not what we want. We want him to come off the football strong. And if you're going to swim, do it after you make contact with this guy with his chest, if he's going to be trying to be physical at the line with you like that, because that threw off the timing of the play. We're trying to get a quick slant here, and we can't get it. All right, so now we're in Drew Lock season. We're in Drew Lock time, and Malik Nabers is going to get off the football, and he's going to be right here for this whole shot in the cover too. But Drew Lock is late. Drew Lock is late, and the ball is almost intercepted. So you see Malik Nabers great at the line of scrimmage. Let's take another look here. This time he actually goes low instead of going high like he did before. And he just kind of shoulder dips past this corner, and he's instantly open. If this ball at this point is placed in this area of the field, because he's instantly open. If it's placed in this area of the field, you don't even have to have a guy run out of bounds. He can just head upfield if this ball is already thrown here. But it's just too late. Drew Lock is looking at him. He sees that he's open, and then he steps into it and throws it. And by that time, you got the safety over the top. It's just a late ball, which is frustrating because Lock hit Jalen Hyatt at the right time. He just kind of overthrew it a touch, but he hit Hyatt at the right time on the other side of the field. But here, the timing is just off. He's open, throw it, and then it's too late. So all I can say for this next play is just the beautiful route. You're going to get a hard step this way, and then he's going to cross Darius Slay's face, and he's going to take this sideline, and it looks like a fade all the way. It looks like a fade all the way, except he's going to take this, and he's going to turn around and stop, and he's going to catch the football. And this is a play, man. This is a play. Let's watch it real quick first. This is a play that if it's thrown a tick sooner, he's probably breaking that tackle and scoring. But because Daniel Jones is late on that play, it's just a first down. And this is also a play that if he was turning this into a fade route, an actual fade towards the end zone, he probably scores here. He probably scores because at this point, him and Slay even, Malik Nabers is leaving. He's probably going to score here. And that's why he gets so open. Because like Slay is like, I cannot let this dude get over the top. But the ball's a little bit late. Nice catch there. And just isn't able to get free. So right here, he's messed up against Slay again. And he's going to run a comeback route. And his helmet is going to get grabbed. So just take a look at the top of your screen. Slay's actually playing this pretty well, just mirroring him as he's, doing all these double moves. And right here, he's got a handful of helmet. As Nabers is turning around, he's grabbing his helmet. He gets away with it, no flag, and you got a sack. I'm pretty sure. Let's look back because I was looking at the receiver in the corner, but you got a sack here. When in reality, there's a face mask right here on Malik Nabers. Not only is it holding, it's also a face mask. So you got a 15-yard penalty that got left on the board. Not that would have made us win the game, but Malik Nabers should have drawn this flag on a good route. And then his last play of the game, it's just like, come on. I mean, what can a receiver do with this type of throw from your quarterback? Malik is at the top of your screen here with Drew Lock. And it seems like Drew Lock is kind of nervous here because the ball is like ridiculously off. He's running a drag essentially. He's got space. And I'm guessing that Drew Lock is like saying like, let me put it on his back shoulder because he could spin out. But the ball is just late. Not only if it's supposed to be thrown that way, it's late. If not, then the ball is just inaccurately thrown, which is something I almost never see at this point of the field. Like as far as the quarterback throwing it, like, what is that, 10 yards? We could do some geometry if we wanted to. We're not going to. But this might be a 10-yard throw. And Drew Lock is this far off. So is Malik Nabers' season doomed now that Daniel Jones is playing like how he's playing? The offensive line is in shambles. Azudu's in there. Who else knows who's going to get in there? Is his season doomed? I don't think so. I still think he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver. I think he ended up having about 40, 50 yards this past game. And as you've seen, they left a lot out there. So he's still going to be a guy that's going to average 65, 70 yards a game at worst. He's going to have some big games because he's going to start making some plays after the catch. When someone can finally hit him in stride, he's going to start being able to do that. But I think Malik Nabers is still going to have a great season no matter what you get out of the quarterback, just because he's going to be open on a lot of these plays to get your 15-yard play, your 10-yard play, your 12-yard play. And like I said, he just blinked and he got 40 yards in a game where the offense did nothing. And a game where your quarterback had 99 yards, Malik Nabers had like 40-something. I think he'll still find a way to get his, and it's only a matter of time until he gets an actual quarterback in the position to throw him the ball next year. And if you're interested in seeing how Daniel Jones looked, just how bad he looked or how good he looked this past week, check this video out.